Okay, hey guys. Alright, I see some retracted comments before I can see it, but that is okay. I couldn't see it though, but hey guys, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate your support in the video. I have come back. As I was closing down the previous live stream, and thank you all who joined me there. I appreciate your support so much. And for the new subscribers and OG subscribers, thank you so much for holding it down, making it possible for this place to exist. So then that inspired me to come and do the free yes or no questions for subscribers. So that's why I'm here. And let's see here. First come, first serve. For those who are subscribed, if you would put your questions in the chat in a yes or no format, then I can work on it for you. And then I always want to let you guys know, because I don't want anyone to feel left out, when I put a subscriber mode up, which would restrict anyone from being able to post and ask a question if they haven't been subscribed. I usually do it for 30 days or more, but it won't be unusual for me to do it for longer. Okay, so because I'm trying to avoid what usually has happened in the past, people who subscribe get a reading, unsubscribe, then they'll subscribe to get a reading, and they'll unsubscribe. And they also tend to treat the like button as if it's money, currency, or they've weaponized the like button. So that is very toxic. And of course, I don't want to do anything free working for people like that, you know? So that's why I'll put up a subscriber mode for like 30 days or longer to avoid working with people who would do that. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay. But if no one else comes through, that is fine. Because I was working on something in the background and I'll keep working on that. In the meantime, actually, I think, let's see. Well, I didn't put this person, and that's fine. I didn't put this person's name, but I have been curious about some public figures that are trending on my timeline. Let's see. Should I look into that or keep working? I was working on Libra's reading. Maybe I'll keep working on Libra's reading. Yeah. Oh, Libra. Okay, hi, thank you for your support on the video and for posting a question there. Hello. Oh, Okay, so I'm working on the question that's pinned in the chat. Clarifying the Eight of Pentacles, Great Fortune, Wealthy Man, card 13, Poverty, card 37, Great Fortune, card 26, Journey, card 10, Poverty, card 37, Great Fortune, card 26, House, card 20, Mature Man, card 5, Poverty, card 37, Great Fortune, card 26, House, card 20, closed out with the Main Man. Clarifying the Tower, aka 16 Major Arcana. Eight of Pentacles, which points me over here, which is the card position I just finished clarifying. I want to double check. Family Room, card 21. Main Man, card number 1. Clarifying the Three of Swords. Okay, I'm getting the Eight of Pentacles again over here. Seven of Cups, Clarify the Seven of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. 15 Major Arcana. Four of Cups. Clarify the Ace of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. Magician. Eight of Pentacles. Tower. Closed out. Clarify the 13 Major Arcana. Knight of Pentacles. Tower. Three of Cups. King of Fire. 15 Major Arcana. Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. $15 Major Arcana. Magician. Knight of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. The World. Page of Cups. Four of Swords. 15 Major Arcana. Correction. See, I said 15 Major Arcana. It's the Ten of Fire, which is Sagittarius and Capricorn, Sagittarius and Saturn. Okay, there's the 16 Major Arcana, right here. Anyways, the reason I'm digging so deeply into this one is because at a glance, it looked like a yes, but it was over here. It kind of gave, I needed to look into it deeper. So, yikes, that's interesting. Hold on. Thank you for your patience. So, no, I'm not getting a hard yes, but I do see why you're asking. I do see why you're asking. So there's one thing I need to clarify right now. I need to take a double look, because at the moment I'm gonna have to say no, but I'm gonna have to say yes. Yes. What I say is, I don't see cheating. I don't see cheating. I did not see cheating. But there's one thing I'm going to have to look at just to make sure. Sorry, it's back and forth about the yes and the no. But that's what it looked like. I can see why you're asking. But hold on, let me double check. I need to work on looking into something that has a double meaning. There's two meanings here. So let me double check and make sure it's not cheating. Nine of Swords, King of Fire, High Priestess, Eight of Pentacles, Temperance, Seven of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Fire, Temperance, Eight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Moon, and then the Apprentice. So it looks more like suspicion. It looks more like suspicion, you know? And when it looked like the embodiment that looked like potential cheating made an appearance, it was followed up by the Temperance, and it was followed up by energy that looked like restraint. And then it also, well, I'm given all this additional information. It also looks like your person is more so focused on work. And so when I honed into the work, as you can probably notice, as many times I tapped into that Eight of Pentacle area over here, I didn't see anything nefarious right there around that area that would lead to cheating either. So that's why I said at first glance, it looked like a yes, but I had to look there because that's an offense. Those are painful feelings and thoughts. So I just wanted to look there. Oh, but that's what made me look actually, because that at first glance it looked like a yes. But it also was curious because it looked like your person, somebody was fighting, or uh, yeah, for the, it looked like for the relationship in their heart to heart area. Externally, it looked like they're walking away. Externally, it looks like there's a breakup. And also, around the Three of Cup here, I mean the Three of Swords, there's the Seven of Cups. So there's confusion. There's a lack of certainty. And also in my first position, which is the thesis statement, there's the Two of Swords. So it looked like there was more, um, it looked more questionable. And also in one's heart to heart, they want to fight for the connection, or there's a breakup. So it looks like there was a misunderstanding. Looks like there was a misunderstanding. So anyhow, I would have to say no, because I don't think I would have to fight that hard to see a hard yes if there was one. So that's why I continue to say I could see why you're asking the question. It looks more like a suspicion, but I didn't see any evidence. So let me see what's going on in the chat. Let's see here. Yeah, the question that's pinned in the chat is the one that I'm working on. And let's see. And then oh, this is a, I see. Well, hey, thank you for the opportunity to look. I do let you know that I am practicing, I'm practicing. So this is my observation. I appreciate the opportunity to look. Yeah, thanks for your support on the video, on the channel. And that's what I see there. And so if anybody else, I'm going to take some time to clean the my reading table and get ready to answer another question if there is one. Please remember to frame it in a yes or no format so I can work on it. And I'll be right back. So let's see. Okay, so I see that there might be another comment coming up, another question. I'm not yet in the chat, so I just ask that it's framed with yes or no. I don't know if you put that there or not. And as for the previous reading that I did, it was a pleasure to work on it. I appreciate the opportunity to work on it. I intentionally refrain from saying names over the mic to the best of my ability for a level of privacy, because personally, I put myself in those shoes and I would like privacy. So I like to offer a service that gives that to you as well to the best of my ability. So I don't try to name names over the mic, but the data in the chat is helpful for me to work on it. And also, so that last reading, it looked like someone else had read for that one. So that's why I was really vague at responding, like, oh, okay, well, and then I'll be the first to say I am practicing, because that's always my disclaimer. I'm not a preacher or a teacher. I'm a student of life, sharing my spiritual journey on the channel, and this is something I like to do. And so I'm always practicing. There's always room for error, You always want to double check. Take it with a grain of salt, do your own research. Don't take my word for it. But I appreciate your feedback, though, because I do feel confident in my work, and yeah, I feel confident in my work, so I appreciate your feedback. If I do lack confidence, though, I will say that. But the way that spread came out for me, I feel confident that what I was looking at is true, and I explain my process. And yeah, it was fun to work on it, honestly, because I like reading the tarot. All right, so let's see if we got another comment there. All right, let's see. So I still don't see a question, a yes or no question. But I see you say, yes, I have a question, but... Oh, you're asking. So yeah, the question here, let me pin it just in case you're still here. Sometimes I don't even like to read the question over the mic for privacy. So I pin it to the chat there. So if you're still here, I just pinned your question to the chat, right? So if you're still here, are you still here? So I like to make sure I'm not reading for somebody that's not here. But the answer to that question is yes. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, but you have to... So I'm reading your comment in the chat. Please ask your question and put it in a yes or no format. But for the question that's pinned in the chat, I've worked on that already, and the answer to your question is yes. But it seems like we might have a language barrier a little bit. You just in the chat right there that just responded. I don't think I've worked on your question yet. I did not work on your question yet because you haven't framed it. So I think this person that I already worked on, hopefully they received their answer already, because they're not responding, and I just saw that they asked the question. So hey, I'm done with that one. That one is a yes. Okay. And let's see, what is the next one? So I am going to have to work on the question that's framed correctly next, which is this one. I need it to be yes or no. So let's see here. This question right here that I have pinned is the one that I'm working on. If you're in the chat, And if you see your question pinned, are you still here? Okay, because also I like to do it this way to make sure the person that asked the question is still there and paying attention. See, that's cool, right? And I don't even say anything over the mic, so that's a resonance, right? Because you're paying attention, you're responsive, you're there. And I'm going to work on that question right now. Thank you for the opportunity to work for you, to do this reading for you, and for framing your question in a yes or no format. So let's see. Oh, so yeah, another reading that was enjoyable doing this reading. Thank you for support on the video and on the channel and the opportunity to read for you. I love it. But yeah, this was an enjoyable reading because it's a clear yes, and it's very, very beautiful spread. I'm just geeking out because I like my job. But or it's a hobby right now. But thank you guys for your support because maybe. But anyhow, this is a yes to your question. This is a yes to your question. This is a yes as well. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. So now I'm going to work on cleaning the reading table, preparing to move into another question. Um, so for to make sure that when I'm reading for you, that there's not a communication barrier, it's important that you frame your question in a yes or no context. See, there's a question I would really want to work on, but the person I want to work for did not frame their question in a yes or no format. So I don't, that kind of establishes that there's a communication issue, so that would likely um, translate to a misunderstanding in the reading, because like I said, readings are subject to error, especially due to a misunderstanding in communication and translation. So if it's not in a yes or no format, then that lets me know. If I've asked over and over, please put it in a yes or no format, and that doesn't happen, that lets me know there's probably going to be an issue communicating the reading results. won't be able to work on it that way. And also, I don't want to work on a reading for somebody that's not in the room. So let's see. And so thank you for those of you who have subscribed. And I just want to repeat it because I don't want anybody to feel left out. If that would be the case, when I put up a subscriber mode only to help ensure that I'm working for people who are subscribed and supportive of the channel's growth. So I'll tend to put up a subscriber mode for 30 days or longer, because as you can see, I kind of have a personality quirk that sometimes rubs people the wrong way, and we don't have a good mutual energy exchange. So I don't want to work for somebody like that. For an example, what they tend to do, they weaponize the like button, and they'll treat it like as if it's money. And as you know, this channel is not monetized, so that's very toxic for them to do that. If I don't give them a reading that they like, they'll weaponize the like button. That's very toxic and disingenuous and unauthentic to my work. And they'll subscribe, get a free reading, unsubscribe, come back, subscribe, get a free reading, unsubscribe. They'll do that. And much more. So I don't want to work for free like that. But I don't want to blindside people if and when I put up a subscription mode on the channel for 30 days or longer. So thank you so much. Okay, so let's see, here's a question. Let's see. Okay, sweet. So your question is actually inspired this whole live stream, because I believe you asked this question as I was signing off of my last stream. I don't know if it was you or if your question is of similar to the other person that asked it. So I'm glad that you're here. Greetings. Greetings. Okay, so I'm glad to get this reading, because I believe that you're the one that inspired this live stream, because I seen your question as I was signing off and I didn't respond to you, but I don't want you to feel ignored either. So let's work on that one for you. So the question that I'm currently working on is the one that's pinned in the chat. If there's anyone else there that has a question you want worked on, please frame your question in a yes or no format. Okay? And this is intended for subscribers. I appreciate your support. I don't want to forget a disclaimer. I'm reminded that I do short-term energy readings, as energy changes all the time. So short-term, even a thought can change the trajectory and the way energy moves. So short-term reading, leaving room for prayer, meditation, an opportunity to try to work things out if you're interested in that, and leaving it up for God to have the final say. But I don't have a strong yes or a strong no. I'm still working on this one for you. I want to clarify the 13 major arcana in the second position. Great Fortune, card 26. Thoughts, card 16. Change, card 9. Main Man, card number 1. Unexpected Income, card 27. House, card 20. Mature Man, card 5. Great Fortune, card 26. Journey, card 10. Poverty, card 37. Great Fortune, card 26. Message of Concern, card 14. Main Man, card number 1. Okay. So hold on. Still working on this one for you. Clarifying position 6, the 8 of Cups. Bad Health, card 31. Thoughts, card 16. Main Man, card number 1. Great Fortune, card 26. Wealthy Man, card 13. Main Man, card number 1. Bad Health, card 31. House, card 20. Journey, card Journey, card 10. Despair, card 32. Official Person, card 22. Message of Concern, card 14. Main Man, card number 1. Okay, so just to make sure, clarify position number 9, The Apprentice. Great Fortune, card 26. Wealthy Man, card 11. Main Man, card number 1. Okay. Bad Health, card 31. Expectation, card 28. Wealthy Man, card 13. Main Man, card 1. Great Fortune, card 26. Coffin, card 19. Change, card 9. Main Woman, card 2. Great Fortune, card 26. Message of Concern, card 14. Journey, card 10. Marriage, card 3. Unexpected Income, card 27. Coffin, card 19. Mature Man, card 5. Unexpected Income, card 27. Journey, card 10. Poverty, card 37. Bad Health, card 31. Despair, card 32. Journey, card number 10. Poverty, card 37. Great Fortune, card 26. Gift, card 17. Courtship, card 4. Poverty, card 37. Great Fortune, card 26. Coffin, card 19. Well, I'm going to interrupt this because I could, get more information, but it looks like maybe that will cipher, uh, you know, again and again and again. I don't know how many times it will cipher before closing me out. But let's see here. Let me see. Okay. So let's see if we have more questions in the chat. Oh, okay. Comments here. Greetings. Okay, you asked. Oh, you put a deadline on that too. You said by your birthday. Oh, sweet. Oh, okay. Do the cards say anything about? Uh, okay. Hey guys. So I don't think I've seen any other questions. Unless, anyhow, let me get back into this reading here and I'll check and see. You guys want to make sure the questions are framed in a yes or no format, and please let me know if it's a new question. Oh, okay, but yeah, so by that deadline, it's a no. By that deadline, the answer is a no. So this is a short-term energy reading anyhow. Additional information there for you is, well, this is the part that you gotta definitely take with a grain of salt, and you have to measure it in your own, with your own moral compass and everything to that extent. But it looked like your person is starving for affection. I'm going to clean up the reading table and move to our next reading request if there is one. Yeah, but it looked like your person is starving for affection. Now, like I said, I have to, because I don't have enough information to, and I'm not even a good, uh, I'm on my own journey in my own love life, and I'm not married, but I would like to be married one day. I don't know if that will ever happen for me. So, just to say that part, I don't know what to do with that information or what you should do with that information. But it just looked like your person was starving for affection. For example, like, I don't know if that's healthy. I don't know if it's what will happen with that. I don't have any idea about it. I don't know if, for example, it looked like they're starving for affection, but I don't know if they're getting a lot of affection and they're just having an insatiable appetite. That information is not available. Can I do a reading for you? Yeah, I want to work uh, first come, first serve. I want to do that, and I want to work for the person who framed their question in a yes or no format, and I want to work for somebody who subscribed to the channel and hopefully supportive of my work and of the channel and wants to see the channel grow. So I want to work for somebody who's posted their question in a yes or no format and that's still here to receive the reading if they're still interested. So whoever I can find in the chat that did those things, then I'm looking for the next one in sequential order. That's the question I want to work on next. And I want to continue, working like that until I need to go. So let's see. then when I move to the next reading, I'm going to pin it in the chat so you can know that's the reading I'm working on next. That's the one I'm working on. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay, that's a yes or no. Okay. Thank you for your support too. Thank you all. I appreciate you all so much. It looks like that is you're still here, and I don't know if somebody else is still here that posted a question, right? Because they would have said I'm still here. I posted a question, but nobody said that. So, because it almost looked like there may have been another question above yours that I didn't work on that liked the video, but that doesn't look like a yes or no format though either. Okay, so let's get yours pinned on there. Let's see, let's work on this one. So I'm going to pin the button I'm working on since I don't say the name over the mic for privacy. And if you're still here, please let me know because your question is currently pinned to the chat and we'll be working on that one. And it looks like this might be the last reading that I do since it looks like it's just me and you here. You're still here? Okay, sweet. Awesome. Okay, so this will probably be the last one I do for this live stream. Clarifying the sixth position, Ace of Swords made an appearance, Six of Fire made an appearance, Temperance makes an appearance, Seven of Pentacles, Three of Swords, which points to the fourth position. Three of Swords back to the clarifying deck. Four of Fire, which points to the fifth position. Four of Fire back to the clarifying deck. Magician, Knight of Pentacles, the World, Magician, Nine of Swords, Two of Pentacles is the card that came out to consolidate the position in number 6. There's a lot of cards that came out in that position, which is why I wanted to clarify it before even looking at those card combinations. So the Two of Pentacles made an appearance to be placed in the 6th position, sandwiched between the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and also the Eight of Swords and Three of Pentacles. So putting the Two of Pentacles in the 6th position, but to review the card combinations that came out. Hey, so thank you for asking how much are the readings. They're actually free for subscribers, preferably subscribers who have been subscribed for 30 days or more. But at the moment, the channel is open, and thank you for asking that question. The readings are free at this time. Thank you for your support. Let's see. The reading I'm working on now, however, is the last one, and then I'll sign off and I'll be back. We do these periodically for subscribers. Let's see here. So in the 6th position, okay, I like working with a stacked deck so that I can see the sequential order and I can see whether or not I'm working with major or minor arcana, and I like to see the suit that we're working with. So that 6th position had card combinations sandwiched between the King of Cups at the bottom and the Seven of Cups at the top. So the energy was progressing from the Seven of Cups all the way to the King of Cups there. So in its sequential order, the 7, 8, 9, 10, page, I'll say that's 11, 12 for the Knight, 13 for the Queen, 14 for the King. All right. Okay, so yeah, and then the way that the card just, moved kind of just now into a neutral orientation, it confirms that's the card that I was supposed to have. It reminds me about the way the deck kind of broke apart while I was trying to work in this area. Okay, and it also points me back to where it was sandwiched between the Eight of Swords at the bottom, and that data is available in the video, so I would have to rewind it back to be perfectly accurate, but everything has been clarified right there for me to continue working on the spread. Okay. So for this one, as I was working on this, it looks like there is a yes for you. This is a short-term energy reading. So yes, I see a yes in the atmosphere. However, the highlighted area of concern is what it looks like is a fear of success, or a fear of being able to accomplish this. So I'm speaking in a vague way. I don't know, it might be annoying, but just for privacy on the playback. But I hope you understand what I'm saying is, yes is in the atmosphere for you, but it's for you to realize it and to kind of like uh, pull it, hone that in for yourself. If that like you, it is. I was musing over the concept of claiming it. The whole faith is the evidence of things hoped for. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So it looks like that type of dynamic is just the missing component for you actually realizing it and experiencing it in real time. If that makes sense, that's what it looks like. So, how I'm seeing that is these clarifiers, especially the Two of Pentacles, it's like wavering, and there was a sense of doubt, and the Eight of Swords is very prominent, which is like a self-imposed imprisonment, especially of the mental sort. Um, the Two of Swords is in my first position, which is the thesis statement, so there's indecision there, you know. And in my challenging position is the Seven of Fire, which I describe it standing on your square at a position of leverage, but it's in the challenging position, and there's some stress here that looks like there's doubt, anxiety, fear, the nightmare of the soul type energy. So that's an energetic embodiment of the mind where the swords are, which is destabilizing this position I described, standing on your square at a position of leverage. So it's in my challenging area. So the fact that that continues to be pronounced, and that it's in the minor arcana sense, which represents actions that we take in our free will, then it's leaning to emphasize a lot of areas of doubt within yourself, you know. But the major arcanas are in a very pronounced, prolific area, like having the Magician in the Heart of Hearts. Like in your heart of heart, deep in your soul, you have this Magician energy, and also what's grounding is High Priestess. So you see how these are actually major arcanas. So the major arcanas, I describe them as being the cumulative karmic embodiment that are like our karmic cash due to our actions that we've made in our chapters and our journey within our free will. So being able to have this High Priestess grounding and the Magician in the inner heart of hearts, that's very promising. And I feel like it indicates that you have begun doing the work, and it's within reach for you, but you must tap within to pull it out, if that makes sense. But that's what I have. He said, I really feel that card with the guy getting, yeah, that one, that's the outcome. That is the outcome position, the 10th position. So it's no wonder that you would feel that way. That's what the outcome is, and that's why. So of course I want to lean more towards the positive aspect of it, because it's a short-term energy reading, so it still leaves room. Just it looks at the trajectory of the way energy is moving right now, leaving room for prayer, intercession, for God, the Most High, to have the final say, and you yourself being the author of your destiny. And so that's why I would not say a hard no, especially because of the promising areas in the spread itself. Doesn't have a hard no. Yeah, but for now, it resonates that you feel that way, You said in the 10th position, which is the outcome. But you know, that also points to this card, which is in the challenge, you know. So I like to put my challenge and my Celtic cross in the 7th position because the challenge is a master number. I mean, 7 is a master number, so I like to put the challenge there. When I first got the spread's original orientation, I think the challenge was, I don't know, it was somewhere else, but I felt led to put it in the 7th position. And it really resonates because then I found that it's like right here where the 2nd position is, and that's another challenge. So these are two challenge. So together, it resonates. I can see them together, and so it's the fear, it's the anxiety that's destabilizing, you know. But hey, that's what I have for you, honey. And I really appreciate your support on the channel. Thank you, everybody, for your support on the channel. And let's see here. Looks like there were some more commentaries, some more comments here. It says love reading single. So that's what was a complete comment. Love reading single. So I'm not sure what that actually means. Oh, you said love reading, please. Okay, so yeah. So we're at the end of this live stream as far as the questions I'm able to take here. And I really appreciate somebody asked if it's a pay. Oh, they said how much are paid readings. That was really dope. I appreciate that sentiment. Sometimes I do accept donations for a reading, and then I'll have my donation link put up somewhere, but I don't have any of that available on the channel right now. It's all free, and I just definitely appreciate the subscriptions and the support, and it's awesome to see the channel finally grow, you know. So thank you so much, everybody, for the opportunity to read for you. I'll go ahead and sign off now. Until next time, peace.